Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whenever the hell you're listening to this. You're listening to Fat Unathletic Nerds Talking Sports, a sports pod with dad bods. This is JackKnife alongside your other host, the Zach Danielz. How you doing tonight, Zach?
I'm having a little bit of the bubbly. I'm doing good. We're doing this extra late tonight, but just you and me, the tag team, doing the thing. We got a lot to talk about. It's been a long busy week.
Yeah.
We have. Oh man, where do we even start? Like, when's the last, we haven't done an episode in a couple weeks, right?
So, yeah, I feel like we ended up getting a new system that kind of works. So that way, we're not like scrambling. I think we've gone a bi-weekly format. That kind of works. That's just the way I see it.
Hey, listen, it's better than waiting every 6 months.
That's true. Can't argue that. Can't argue that. So,
gotta keep making that content, baby. Let's do it. Where are we going first there?
All right, let's start with some NFL news. Deshaun Watson has been suspended 6 games. The NFL wanted to suspend him for the entire season, but a judge ruled it down to 6 games based on other rulings the NFL has made in the past, and that's a very touchy subject, so we're not going to go too much into that. Not too much into that. But I think
I have one development. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but I do have a development on that one.
All right, let's hear it.
Oh, well, apparently I read a thing. I didn't actually go into it, but I saw it minutes ago. I think it was a tweet. I don't remember. My head's a little hazy from being tired, but supposedly the Browns might go after Jimmy Garoppolo if it goes above 6 games because NFL's appealing. So, yeah, they have Jacoby Brissett, but I don't know who'd be better. I would probably take the dude that started way more games.
Yeah, I'd take Garoppolo. If I'm not mistaken, Garoppolo and Brissett were teammates at some point. I think Garoppolo started 3 of the 4 games that Brady was suspended, and then Brissett might have started the last one. I think Garoppolo got hurt week 4. I don't remember.
You're right. It was something like that because they were on the same team, and they both ended up leaving. I think Brissett went to the Colts. And was he the guy right before Andrew Luck got drafted? What? Yeah, no. Was he? I don't remember.
Before Andrew
Either
Luck
way,
got drafted. That's a long time ago.
I don't remember. When Tom Brady's been in the league our entire lives, so I mean it could have been any time. I don't remember when Jimmy Garoppolo. I remember that happening though. Yes, Jimmy Garoppolo did have a great run, and then he got hurt, and then Brissett came in, and then Brady took over again, and the rest is history there. But that's apparently I could look more into that, but that was something I read real quick. But yeah, we don't have to go into the Watson thing,
Yeah, it's like South Park, that one episode. Oh, I'm staying out of this one.
Oh, I'm staying out. Oh man, I'm staying out of this one.
Man, I'm glad I stayed out of that one. All right. But devastating injury news for the New York Jets. Mekhi Becton, the prized draft pick from 2020. Yes, their first pick in the 2020 draft suffered another injury to his right knee, an avulsion fracture to be specific. And it was the same knee that was surgically repaired after he injured it in week 1 last season. So it's more likely than not he's going to be out for the remainder of the season. And this isn't a good start for Zach Wilson, hoping to improve in his sophomore season. This tweet from Zach Rosenblatt of The Athletic said on Tuesday, he had Zach Wilson sacked 8 times today. Yikes. So, there was no Morgan Moses to fill the void. I don't remember where he went. I'm too lazy to look it up right now. But the Jets did sign 5-time Pro Bowler Dwayne Brown, who's seasoned. But you know what? With Becton out, he's going to have to fill the void. And I'm very concerned about Mekhi Becton's career going forward. He suffered so many criticisms for, some minuscule things. Everyone complained about his weight. I'm like, he's a lineman. He's supposed to be a big guy. And when he came to the camp, he lost a lot of it. He was motivated, ready to go. And he was going at Rich Cimini, basically saying yeah, I'm going to show you. And then this happens to him. I feel so bad for the guy. The Jets still seem to believe in him, but this is just not good news at all.
Yeah, I mean, I was rooting for the guy, but I guess the beat writers got what they wanted. The big guy that's apparently out of shape now gets injured. Hopefully they don't jump all over that. I haven't seen anything about that, but I mean, that's just tough because I saw the dude working in the off season. He was like some guys avoid reading the headlines because they don't need that in their head. And then I think there's guys like Becton who, for him, clearly was a motivation, and really sucks to see that happen to him. So,
Yeah,
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 Dwayne
really.
Brown's a good fill-in.
Yeah, so that's what I heard. He's played for the Seahawks. I know that. What was I gonna say? What else was I gonna say about him? I don't know,
Good
but yeah.
talk.
Well, no, now I remember. But yeah, I remember this was the first draft pick Joe Douglas ever had as GM of the Jets, and when this happened, I was ecstatic. I'm like, wow, we got a GM that's actually addressing an area of concern for the Jets instead of just taking the best player available that you might not necessarily need. And Becton's shown when he's played, what he can do, but now the injuries are starting to pile up, and he might not be long for the NFL after this. So
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, if he's out, if he's really fully out for this season, then I guess we're gonna have to see if he can come back next year and see what that's like. I mean,
yeah, and
it's
he
not
just had a
good.
kid too.
Yeah, knees for offensive linemen. I mean, that's
Knee
not
injury
good.
for any position in any sport, like that's probably the.
Yeah,
I mean, I consider knee injuries the second worst injury you could have, besides a concussion, as far as like common injuries go, because you're like always like using the knee, you're always running, all that stuff,
right.
and you know, it just sucks. I'm rooting for this guy. I really am. I want him to, be able to prove the people who doubted him wrong. I wanted to see him succeed as a New York Jet, but it's just another setback for him. Any news with the Eagles, Zach, or has it been kind of, just same shit, different day with them?
I've been hearing that Jalen Hurts isn't doing that great in practice or whatever, and blah blah blah. I just I have fun. My NFL, like, I love football so much. It probably is my top sport. It's like right up there with baseball. But once like free agency and the draft is over and they start the mini camp, like once they start mini camps, like I don't care until September. Like, and it's not like saying I don't care at all. I am interested.
Yeah.
I'm just like right now I know the Giants and Patriots are happening, and
Yeah, the Giants
you
won.
just
Yeah, Giants won 23-21. Jones went 6
yeah.
for 10, 69 yards, which is, I guess, economical.
Which Jones?
Daniel Jones.
There you go. But like yeah, I mean, but yeah, it's also the preseason. Like, what am I? You know, I can't take away from numbers. Like the Giants beat the Patriots 23-21. If they play in the regular season, I
That's a
don't
big
know. I
deal.
mean, they probably it's completely that would be a big deal if it was the regular season.
Yeah,
But
my at this point in the preseason, my main concern is just get healthy, find your chemistry, get healthy. That's all I care about.
yeah, and for the younger guys, because I always want to watch the rookies and maybe there's some undrafted free agents, or yeah, that's what they are. The undrafted guys and just the guys that were free agents that just kind of got like thrown off a team, like trying to find their place. Like Boston Scott, like a third string running back for the Eagles, but he's been on the team for 3 or 4 years now or something like that. And he's had productive games. Like he's been a giant killer actually against the Giants. He seems to always score a touchdown. So like, I mean, it's just give me I'll read what the beat writers put out, and then I'll watch some condensed highlights and see what like maybe the no name guys or the undrafted free agents do. All I've really heard is that Jalen Hurts isn't looking good in practice, which is a little bit concerning for me. But also, like, what am I gonna do? It's practice. I'm not gonna freak out over that. And we know that he has things that he has to work on. I think he has the potential to be a good quarterback. A lot of people don't. It's again, with the Eagles fan base. We just have to fight over quarterbacks. And for this one, I'm just like, he's the guy. Let's roll with him. Let's see what happens. And if he doesn't do well this year, thanks to some of the trades that Howie Roseman did, which by the way, he's all of a sudden back on top of the GM board. We have 2 first-round picks again next year. There's your quarterback if he's not good. I don't know what to tell you, So
yeah, you got options. I mean, maybe this Eagles window isn't quite in the elite category yet, but I'd say you're the biggest competition to the Cowboys as far as your division goes. So
yeah. Oh, I'm literally, I could put money on the Eagles right now. I actually wonder if those odds have gone down or up. I hope maybe the beat writers would force that to go up so I can get some more money. But I'd probably put money on them to win the division.
Right. You do you, man. I try not to do that stuff because I'm not very good at it. But yeah, let's get into baseball. First off, rest in peace, Vin Scully, legendary broadcaster for the Dodgers, had passed away. Yeah, I forget how old he was, but he made it pretty far. Let me see, Vin Scully.
I think he was 94.
I think you're right. 94 years. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, legendary.
And he only stopped in 2016.
Yeah, legendary career, legendary life. Rest in peace, Vin Scully. You'll be missed. The trade deadline passed. Juan Soto was traded to the San Diego Padres, but they have been struggling since that acquisition. Do keep in mind they did play the Dodgers, but they are 3-5 since the trade. I mean, they did have a big win recently. Manny Machado hit a walk-off home run, but they still got to find themselves. They did end up trading Luke Voit and Eric Hosmer in the process. That much I do know.
Yeah, Luke Voit was having a bad season. Hosmer is just an awesome. I always liked Eric Hosmer. He's a good locker room guy. He had a no trade clause, and he made the whole trade a little bit confusing.
Yeah.
He ended up apparently the Padres, I guess, had the Red Sox on call, and they were willing to take him so they could get rid of him. I think Luke Voit went to the Nationals.
Yes,
and
he did.
They also got, and by the way, they also got Josh Bell in the trade too. And Josh Bell is no slouch, man. He can rip, and he's a switch hitting first baseman. So, I mean, the Padres are, with the Dodgers there, I don't know if they're going to win the division, barring a Dodgers collapse. But I mean, they're gonna be in the playoffs probably. I mean, I think the Phillies are coming up on them though in the wild card chase.
Well, Zach, wait till you hear this. Philadelphia is in the second wild card spot, and the Padres are up a game on the Milwaukee Brewers. And San Diego trails the Dodgers by 16 games in the NLS. So I don't see them doing that. But if with the star power they have now, I wouldn't be surprised if San Diego did make a bit of a run. So I'd keep an eye on them.
Yeah, the Phils have been hot, baby. They're rocking and rolling. They lost today to the Marlins. That's okay. They won the series, and they won 7 straight before this. They've won, I think, 12 of the last 14 games. So, hey, I love it. I love it. I love how this team has been playing, and they don't even have Bryce Harper. They just got Gene Segura back, but they don't have Bryce Harper. They added this kid, Brandon Marsh, who's a very highly touted prospect. He was playing for the Angels. They got Brandon Marsh and Noah Syndergaard from the Angels. I'm not a huge fan of Syndergaard. I think he's more of a name than a talent at this point. I think he's lost a lot of his stuff. But he's a good locker room guy. He's got some fire in him, and he's familiar with the NL East. And he actually had a pretty good game yesterday. I think he went like six and a third innings. He went 6 full innings. He only gave up 2 runs. The Phillies didn't score at all. They were struggling offensively at that time, but he had a pretty good outing. So I mean, I guess, and they also got rid of Jeurys Familia and Odubel Herrera.
Yeah,
those were the biggest moves.
Yeah, you and Brick were huge fans of Familia.
Oh, the biggest fans of Jeurys Familia. So he was. I can't come up with anything witty right now. It's too late. But man, I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah.
God,
Well, now you guys got Thor, so.
I mean, we needed a fifth guy because Zach Eflin. Unfortunately, I really like Zach Eflin, but he's just injury riddled every year. He's just one of those guys. Like we hope Mekhi Becton isn't. Zach Eflin has now proved that like he gets hurt. I think it's a knee injury too. You know, and for pitchers, like you said, it's another knee. So, you know, you needed a fifth guy in the rotation. We can't just go to Bailey Falter, who's a young guy. He's a lefty. I think he's got some potential, but not right now. He just gets shelled a little bit in the MLB. In AAA, apparently he lights it up. So, but yeah, Phil's looking good right now. Padres struggling, but you know what team is struggling apparently a little bit more than the Padres in your mind?
Oh, you want me to transition to my guys?
Do you want to take a wild guess?
Yeah, the New York Yankees. All right. The Yankees are a freaking full-blown clown show right now. But it's funny. Like sometime last year, we were talking hockey with Brick, and the Rangers and Flyers had very similar records. Yet the Rangers were happy, and the Flyers weren't. The Yankees and Mets have similar records, and the Mets are happy, and the Yankees aren't. I mean, because the Yankees right now are a full-blown clown show. Well, what makes you say that? I mean, look at their record. They're let's see, 30 games over 500. Yeah, 71-41. What's wrong with the Yankees? Well, 7-13 since the All-Star break. 1-7. I screwed up the notes here. 1-7 since the trade deadline. They're 20-24 since the 4-game series they had in the Bronx with the Houston Astros, and they split that series. And now I thought that would, at the very least, humble this team, but my God, they've been below 500 for about like a month and a half now. The AL East is back down to 10 games, and the fact that this could, they could end up going back down to single digits seemed unfathomable like 2 months ago. They lost both games to the Mets, got swept by the Cardinals, lost 2 out of 3 to the Mariners at home. And you know what this is showing to me? It shows me that the Yankees are a bully. They're not a tough kid. They're a bully. What do I mean by that? The bullies, they just only beat up on the weak teams. The tough kids will beat good teams on a consistent basis. Not every time, but at a respectable basis. Now, don't get me wrong, the tough kid's gonna beat the good. I get it. Good teams are supposed to be bad teams, but beating other good teams will make me take you serious. And where do I even begin? Why did we trade Jordan Montgomery for Harrison Bader? I know Bader's a Gold Glover, but he's not going to play until September. And guess who we faced in St. Louis? Jordan Montgomery. What does he do? He shuts us out. We got Benintendi at the trade deadline. He's been... But then he began to pick it up towards the end of the Cardinal series. He had a multi-hit game, I think, against the Mariners or one of those series. But he might finally be getting his shit together. State and Rizzo were hurt for a time. Rizzo just came back today, where they lost to... Actually, no, they have an off day today. Forgive me. Rizzo came back yesterday, where they lost again. Carpenter fouled the ball off his foot. Now he's out for the year. We lost one of our most reliable relievers in Mike King. He's out for the year with an injury. But we finally got rid of Joey Gallo. We sent him to the Dodgers. I mean, that's okay. You want me to praise Cashman for that? That's like Cashman stabbing you and then giving you a Band-Aid and being like, see, I fixed the problem. But of course now Joey Gallo's in Los Angeles. He actually has a few multi-hit games and a home run. I'm like, now you hit? Good God. Other pitcher we traded for, Frankie Montas, got shelled on Sunday by the Cardinals. Okay, we lost out on Luis Castillo. He got traded to the Mariners. He dominates us 3 times, twice with the Mariners. We trade Montgomery. He dominates us. The guy we got Montez got shelled, but I am going to give Montez a bit of a pass here. He did have a death in the family. Okay.
Oh, rest in peace.
Yes, you're up. Okay. I was angry with him at first, and I heard that. I'm like, okay, you're off the hook. You're off the hook. Garrett Cole, he pitched amazing yesterday. He didn't give... Not yesterday. No, 2 days ago, he pitched amazing. He didn't give up a single run against this Mariners team who rocked him in the Bronx. But that goes to my next point. Garrett Cole is mad inconsistent. I mean, he even stank in the game he won against the Boston Red Sox in Fenway, and then he lost the next 2 performances after that. It's like, I want to believe in this guy, but he's a mental midget. The bullpen meltdowns. My God, Clay Holmes. I thought this guy was going to be enrolled as Chapman replacement, but like 3 weeks in a row he had meltdowns. Once even against the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds! He turned into Edwin Diaz before his banger entrance music. Edwin Diaz struck out like approximately half of the batters he's faced this season. Good God.
Yeah, no, he's doing really good. I really fucking hate how good Edwin Diaz is playing, and I also hate how much I love that walkout. It's so sick.
Listen, Mariano Rivera will always be king with Enter Sandman, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's a freaking banger. It really is. But I'm mad I don't get to call him Ed Luz Diaz anymore. And let's see the names I got here. Robert Marinaccio and Clark Schmidt are wasting away in AAA. I think it was Clark Schmidt. He only gave up like one run in like 22 a third innings. Why is he not with this team right now? And Isaiah Connor Falefa, like, does this guy ever hit a ball that doesn't, not hit the infield grass? The Yankees are very high on this shortstop, Anthony Volpe. At this point, I'm like, okay, he's 21 years old. I'm ready to see what this kid can do. Because Connor Falefa is not the future of this team, okay? Abreu, I almost said Bobby Abreu. Albert Abreu blew the game yesterday. Nestor Cortez is the only Yankees pitcher like I fully trust. But blew a late lead to the Mariners yesterday. Josh Donaldson turned into the dinosaur I expected him to be, though he had an amazing Game 1 against Seattle, so I'll give him that. Aaron Hicks has like 4 hits in his last 40 at-bats? Jesus Christ! I already said Nestor Cortez is one of the 2 guys I trust. You could pretty much guess who the only other guy I trust is on this team. That being Aaron Judge, who's likely winning an AL MVP. He had a ridiculous stretch where he hit like over 400 and I think maybe 12 or so games. Jeez, good God, man. He still leads the league in home runs, 45, RBIs with 99, runs 94, on base plus slugging percentage 1.077. He's even leading the league in WAR, which I have no idea how the hell they calculate that because I'm a simpleton. And Saki, I know you didn't stay up for this. I did. Part of me is glad I did, so I could because I can break it down fully. But part of me is also like, I stayed up till like 2:30 in the morning for this. Literally, the worst base running I have seen at any level of baseball, let alone professional. Nothing has exposed the Yankees' inability to manufacture runs like this awful rule, extra inning rule, that starts the team with a runner on second.
I hate that rule. I hate the ghost runner.
Yes, the ghost runner rule exposes the Yankees' incompetency with runners on base and ability to play small ball. This tweet from Jeff Nelson says it best. Quote, "I'm sorry. In extra innings, and you are tied, if you can't bunt the guy over to third, then you don't deserve to win. It's not that tough." I agree. It is not that tough. But no, everyone's like, oh, me hit ball over wall. Me don't do anything else. But anyway, ghost runner rule. Not once, but twice, the Yankees had only 2 batters in the half of the inning.
That is your best argument for me on why they've been bad lately.
Yeah, because the inning before that, they had runners on first and second. I think Benintendi on second, Hicks walked. Benintendi got picked off. And I don't remember if Hicks got thrown out. But the next inning, Gleyber Torres, I think, lined out. And whoever made the last out the previous inning got thrown out at second. Or was it Torres that was running on second? I don't even remember. It was late. I don't remember which guys it was. They're wearing Yankee uniforms. That's the point I make. Hey, and then the next inning, I think it was Hicks and Kiner Falefa. It was a ground ball. The ghost runner gets caught up in a jam going between second and third. He gets tagged out. And yeah, I think it was Kiner Falefa running, tried to go to second to make up for it, and he gets thrown at second. It's like, this is the worst base running I've ever seen. And then the Mariners load the bases. I think the next inning, base hit, game over. And base running. This team puts, I get the Yankees live and die by the home run. But they put so much emphasis on hitting home runs that they can't even execute one of the most basic fundamentals of the sport. And I gotta say, everyone wants to say, oh, we need to build our audience, blah, 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 blah. We need more offense. This game ended 1-0. Many people were calling it the best game of the season, regardless of fan base. So keep that in mind. But here's the thing. Looking at this roster, this was the team I expected at the beginning of the year. But they teased us. I'd have an easier time accepting this stretch if this is what they were from the beginning of the season. But no, they got our hopes up. And right now, the Houston Astros are looking at us like there's that meme with Splice Adams hiding behind the tree. They passed us for the best record in the AL. Let's see, the Astros are 72-41. Okay, they're up by a win, but point still stands. They had us comparing them to the 98 team. The 125 win, including the postseason, 98 Yankees team. And they turn into this? This? Listen, I get it. You hit slumps. It happens. But to me, a week or two is a slump. A month and a half kind of shows who you are. I may be absolutely insane for saying this, but I have no faith in this core to win a championship. I wouldn't be that upset, if they decide to blow it up after the season. I mean, they're basically showing they're not going to re-sign Aaron Judge. I mean, he's showing he's worth the money he's asking for. I mean, Houston was better from us than us from the get-go. And now they have even more help with Trey Mancini, who's transitioning well there too. But the Orioles are, despite the trades, they're still competitive. They're still close to a wild card spot. I mean, don't fall asleep on them. But listen, Zach, I know you retweeted, a calm down thing on the FUNTS Twitter page, but to all the be positive fans, come on, nothing is okay right now. Stop saying everything is fine. You're like the dog in the room on fire. This is fine. No, it's not. I know bad baseball when I see it. She's like, just support the team, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Saying my team bad makes me a bad fan, but ignoring all the red flags and thinking they're going to win it all regardless, people would be look at me and saying, what is wrong with you, man? Look at that. I can't win. They play Boston this weekend, and I know Boston stinks right now, but listen, they always play us hard, and their fans enjoy beating us more than they love winning the World Series. So, yeah, this is basically, they beat us. This is basically going to be like an equivalent to the World Series for them. Zach, you probably want to talk me off the ledge right now, but good God, I'm losing it with this team. Let's see what happens when Giancarlo Stanton comes back, but Jesus freaking Christ, pull yourself together!
You good?
Yes, I'm good. I was going to say, did I bore you to tears there?
You got that off your chest?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm gonna transition this to me because we're running. That was a pretty good rant. That was a good rant. But it's time that I address New York real quick.
Yeah, because your beef with New York isn't with my guys. It's with a particular New York Mets legend.
Well, my beef is just with you. I don't think
You
as
love
many
me though.
New
You
York
love
fans.
me though.
Of course, I love you. You just just sometimes you're a little special, and I think like I I just I hope when I grow up and the Phillies become a juggernaut dynasty that makes the playoffs pretty much every year of my existence, that I won't be as overdramatic as you or any other Yankees fan that is freaking out right now. Oh wow, your division lead is now single digits. Holy shit! After like 4 months of being well over double digits, oh wow, it's under 10. Like, dude, you have a great division and you just finally hit under 10 because you guys are slumping a little bit.
A little.
We you're not even playing that bad. The last week and a half, okay. I'll say they're looking bad. That base running recently I saw pretty not good.
It's
Pretty
so bad.
pretty not good. Pretty not good. But I cannot stand how entitled New York fans are. And every time I hear someone complain about such little things, and it's just it eats at me. It eats at me because I feel like, reading Joey Gallo's comments of how he never wanted to leave his house. It's like, now look, I get it, bro. You got to play better, but it's funny how like New York and Philly love to eat their athletes up and spit them out. And the difference is, I think the Yankees, or the not Yankees, Mets, New York fans spit them directly in the trash, and they have to become legends who win every award and win every championship before they get their fucking respect back. Meanwhile, in Philly, we literally just want you to be like, no, I've been sucking lately. I gotta be better.
Yeah, well,
I've seen it happen.
Yeah, well, listen. Like Michael K talked about this. Like, yeah, Yankee fans will boo will unfairly boo players. They've done it to Derek Jeter when he went like 0 for 30 to start one season. They've done it to Mariano Rivera after he blew 2 consecutive saves to start one year. They booed Giancarlo Stanton like his first at bat at Yankee Stadium because he struck out. The booing for Joey Gallo wasn't unfair. He was terrible. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. We're not booing him like as soon as he comes off the bat. We're like, come on, Joey, you could do this. Come on, we've seen you be good. Strikes out again. Joey, what the fuck?
I don't get this vibe from New York fans. I just don't, because we literally had a player earlier in the year say he fucking hated this place.
Yes,
and he said, "Yes, I said it. I was frustrated. I need to play better." And we started making T-shirts for him. And since then, he's not the best third baseman. I have tried to share clips of him making solid plays. Last night, not today where they played today. Last night, he made a sick diving play and throw across the field at third. The dude has made some fantastic plays throughout the year, and no one talks about it because all they want to bring up is the 3 errors in one game back in late April.
Well, he didn't turn to try to make himself into a victim. Michael K basically said, yeah, Joey Gallo tried to turn himself into a victim here.
Maybe, but it seems like he's doing pretty good in LA, so maybe he just had to get the fuck out of New York.
Yeah, maybe
that's the way.
The Yankees coaching staff must suck then. But
the one thing I'll admit, hold on, I'll let you go for fucking like 10 minutes straight, buddy. Okay. This is my turn.
Yeah, here we go.
Because I'm not done with New York, okay? I'm done with the fucking Yankees, because clearly there's 2 things Philly and New York have in common. We do not take shit when you talk shit about us. We don't like that. If you're going to be on this team, you better respect us. And I don't know what Joey Gallo did, but either way, he left New York. He seems to be doing pretty decent in LA right now. I mean, I don't know, after a couple games, he's playing better than he has in the past, like, 30. And also, yeah, and speaking of Yankees coaching, why didn't you guys just sit him for like a week? Why did you not play anyone else? I don't understand.
I wanted them to.
I don't understand that either. I don't understand that either. That is not Joey's fault. There's no reason he should have been in the lineup when he was like 6 for 70 or some shit like that. I don't understand. Anyway, we're going to move to the other New York team, the Mets team. The Metropolitans, who I hate even more than the Yankees. All right, Keith, and you know what? This isn't even about the team, actually. This isn't even.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Team. This isn't even about the Mets team because they're playing just as good as I think the Yankees are. All right, maybe better because like
they're better. They made some changes. Yeah, we're at the same record, but they're heading up. We're heading down. But go on.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference there. The way that they're built, they're having a season unlike previous. Even though I'm still waiting for their collapse. Keith Hernandez, you unprofessional, entitled sack of shit. All right. What he said the other night was he requested to not do Phillies games because he thinks they're defensively and fundamentally unsound. What? Like, how long have you been doing this, Keith? You're a very good broadcaster. You are. The Mets SNY team is one of the best broadcasting teams in the country. I'll say it right there. I will. And I love John Kruk and Tom McCarthy, and I love the radio station for the Phillies too, Scott Fransky and LA, Larry Anderson. But the SNY TV crew is fantastic. They are. Keith Hernandez is a good broadcaster. But, bro, who the fuck do you think you are? Honestly. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? The Phillies have the second fewest errors in the league. They have the 5th best fielding percentage. Now, yes, they're the lowest total chances, or, like defensive chances, or whatever it's called, I don't give a shit. I think that's still good. Second lowest errors, 5th best fielding percentage. Come on now. It's not been that bad. It was supposed to be historically bad, is what they said. It was supposed to be historically bad. It was supposed to cost us games. It's not. It's not cost us nearly as many games as many people think.
And I think you guys are exceeding expectations with Bryce Harper out right now.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Rob Thompson should get a contract. I would give him a contract yesterday because this team is not even close to the same thing that they were with Girardi. They were 22-29. They're 40-20 right now with Rob Thompson.
Wow.
What? And I know baseball is a different sport. The manager in the dugout doesn't play nearly the same role as a head coach in basketball, or especially in football, or even in hockey, I would assume. But the thing is, once Joe Girardi left, they went on a big winning streak. And then they had another streak. And then they had another streak. And this is something like, in the past 4 to 5 years, I haven't seen from the Phillies. Like, they look like they're having fun. They're all playing well. The bullpen looks good. The starting pitching rotation is playing very well. The trade deadline, Dave Dombrowski, thank you very much. Making all the right moves between getting rid of Familia and Odubel, between picking up Brandon Marsh, who is struggling at the plate, but 24. He's a young guy. He's very good defensively.
Yeah.
They traded for Edmundo Sosa from the Cardinals. Very good defensively. Struggling at the plate. Very good defensively. They released Didi Gregorius. Very sad. I love Didi.
I'm like, I'll take Didi Gregorius. Didi, come back.
You can fucking take him. He was batting 209 or something with 1 home run in 4 months, like 10 RBIs.
I look at Didi Gregorius and I'm like one of those memes, like, I can fix him.
Yeah, if I could have him in the dugout, sure, but I wouldn't start him 5, 6, 7 days a week. Maybe once or twice every 2 weeks. Like. I can't have him. He just wasn't good. We're finally making moves that make sense. The team is finally playing well. Schwarber walked off the field today, which sucks, but apparently he's day-to-day. It's like a calf injury. Let me take a sip here. And we're doing all this without Bryce Harper. Like,
wow.
People, do you know what? This makes it worse for Bryce Harper because now, do you know what stupid fucking media is going to say, especially New York media, because that's where a lot of the major, media conglomerates are at? They're going to say, oh, well,
Harper's a cancer or something.
Bryce can't, he's a cancer. Yeah, he can't do it. Dude, that guy was fucking calling the game the other day. He did I think he did the whole game. He was in the booth with Tom McCarthy and John Kruk calling the game.
Wow.
The dude loves being here. The dude is fun to listen to. The dude is fun to watch play baseball. The dude has emotion. We are not going to lose because of Bryce Harper. The Nationals were not losing because of Bryce Harper. In fact, they probably won the World Series because of a guy named Kevin Long. He was a hitting coach.
He was once a Yankees hitting coach, too.
He won the World Series with the Yankees back in 2009. Mm-hmm. He left the Yankees after a long time, 7 or 8 years with the Yankees, to go to the Mets. The first year he was with the Mets, he was a hitting coach with the Mets. You know what the Mets did in 2015? They went to the World Series. They went to the World Series. He goes to the Nationals. All of a sudden, there's a guy named Kyle Schwarber who hits a home run for 12 straight games or whatever the fuck it was last year. And also 2 years ago, or what? Wow, oh man, how long ago was it now? 3 years? 3 years ago, the Nationals won the World Series. I don't know. Maybe just something's going right in Philly right now. But for Keith Hernandez to say he's not going to call games against the Phillies, one of their biggest rivals, one of the just Philly, New York, that no matter what you think, that's a huge rivalry.
Even if the teams are bad, Josh, if it's Eagles, Cowboys, even if both teams stink at the time, I want to watch it. That's one of the most iconic rivalries.
Eagles. Eagles. People talk about Eagles, Cowboys. I think Eagles, Giants. I can't stand the Giants. I fucking hate the Giants so much. I hate the Giants. But that's the thing. New York, Philly, one of the biggest rivalries in the country, and you're not gonna call it, bro. I'm telling you, this weekend they start tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it starts tomorrow. I'm pretty sure they go right up 195 or I-95, and tomorrow night at 7:10 they start a 3-game series with the New York Mets.
Ooh,
so this is going to be playoff. That is playoff vibe.
Especially,
you want to call that game?
Yeah, I mean, hell, Citizens Bank Park alone is a reason to call a Phillies game. If you know what I mean. I love Citizens Bank Park. It's a beautiful ballpark.
I love it. I kind of lost you there, but either way, I get what you're saying. And dude, I think he said he's not going to go to Philly. I forget what it is. I don't want to screw this up and say, he end up being on the show tomorrow. But you know what? I hope he does. Because guess what? And I'm going to listen to every fucking word he says. I'm going to listen. I probably won't listen to them actually, but maybe I will tune in just to see. Just to say that, just to single out one fucking team, I know it's your rivals. Dude, get a life. Get a fucking life. All right, you're a good broadcaster, but go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe it's also I feel nothing towards the Phillies. I mean, you guys aren't in my division. I don't have.
Today, Reese Hoskins had an error, and it was all over Twitter, and people, that's what Keith Hernandez said. And of course, in the past couple of days, all the Phillies fans are like, "Hey, did you see that play? Did you see this play? Look at that nice diving catch."
Yeah.
You started this, Keith. Yeah. And now this is going to be playoff vibes the rest of the season. I don't know how many they played the Mets a lot to start the season, which probably didn't help our record. But like I said, the Mets are a good team this year. They really are. I don't want to say a lot of good things about them, but man, Edwin Diaz is playing the way he should have been.
Alonso's still good.
Alonso's good. I fucking hate Brandon Nimmo. Just Max Scherzer is Max Scherzer.
If the Yankees,
I can't stand it.
I'm sorry, if the Yankees and Mets played each other in the World Series, I'm sorry to have to pick the Mets. The two pitchers they have alone, Schwarber and DeGrom.
But yeah, I mean, look, I don't hate Keith, but saying that on live TV,
piss you off,
clown, dude.
Yeah. But one last point on Keith Hernandez. I had no idea he was on the 82 Cardinals. I learned that when I saw that clip he sent me. But one last baseball story. This will be quick. The Cubs just won the Field of Dreams game 4-2 over the Reds. don't really know that much about the game. All I know is that Smiley got the win for the Cubs. I think that's how you say his name. And
Smiley, yes.
yeah, Jesse James Decker sang the national anthem. You're welcome, Bree.
Why could they? Was this picked last second or was this scheduled? Because this is a terrible game.
No, this was scheduled. I hope the Yankees go back there. I want some revenge on the White Sox in that ballpark, to be specific. But anyway,
dude, I want the Phillies to come back as like the Athletics or something and play.
That would be no. The Phillies have been around for a long time. They'd wear their old uniforms. But yeah,
but they were also the Philadelphia Athletics. So
no, they weren't.
They were the Philadelphia Athletics.
There were two. No, there were two baseball teams in just about every city. The Phillies had the Phillies and the Athletics. The Cleveland had the Cardinals and the Browns. New York had three teams.
You're so right.
Yeah, Boston had the Braves at one point.
Shit, I think you're right. Yeah,
I am right. But anyway,
okay. Fucking entitled New Yorker.
Hey, I know my useless sports facts. On the basketball, some sad news. NBA legend Bill Russell passed away at the age of, born in 1934. He was 82 years old. Wow, he had a good run. 13 seasons, all with the Celtics, an 11-time NBA champion, a player coach for his final 3 seasons with the Celtics, which he won 2 championships. 5-time NBA MVP, 12-time All-Star, a 4-time total rebound champion, inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame in 1975, inducted again as a coach in 2021. No matter where this guy was, he won. He won 2 NCAA championships with San Francisco, and in 2009, the NBA Finals MVP trophy was named after him. He's done more than that. He played during the Civil Rights Movement. He fought against racial inequality in and out of sports. He marched with Martin Luther King Jr. He stood up for Muhammad Ali. He and the Celtics boycotted a 1961 exhibition game after he and other 2 black teammates were refused service. And he won the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2011. A prominent sports figure, not only in sports, but in American history. And he'll surely be missed. And today the NBA announced that number 6 will be retired for all NBA teams. So Bill Russell, rest in peace.
It's an insane resume right there. Him and Vin Scully have, Vin's is very linear in just the fact that he was a Dodgers broadcaster and just honestly a baseball broadcaster. But man, Bill Russell, what he did, just unbelievable.
What he was up against
NBA
too.
Champion.
Yeah,
11-time NBA championship winner and fighting through all the racial inequality back in those days. Dude's a legend. Like nothing. He's a superhero at this point.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to him. We've lost 2 good ones in two sports this past week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah,
sucks.
Yeah, but as far as current teams go, Kevin Durant hasn't been traded yet, but apparently the 76ers and Celtics are possible destinations for him. So.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that.
Right.
Not because I don't want Kevin Durant. Obviously, I do.
Well, the Knicks are. He knows the Knicks are stupid, though, so he's not going to go there. I'd love it if he did, but whatever.
Well, did you hear that report about or not even a report? What that guy? I forget what that guy. His name is on the radio show. He said that basically. Someone asked Ben Simmons, like, could you play tonight in the game 7 of the playoffs? And he basically left the chat, quote unquote. And Kevin's like, well, why the
fuck did we trade for you?
Yeah, it's like, I signed up for this. This is what you're doing. Like, these are the guys that we value. Like, are you kidding me? I actually don't blame Kevin Durant for trying to hightail it out of here. But you know what? That's your MO, bro. You're gonna be shit all over for it.
Yeah. But anyway, time for hockey. Now, I got some more names for you, Zach.
Alrighty.
All right. Can you see them?
Yes, I see them. I can't wait.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, start this one.
Can I go one name at a time right now, right quick?
Yeah, that's what we always do.
Okay, we'll do David. Is it David?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Not David. Is it Krejci?
David Krejci.
I feel like I'd be doing better than. I remember the one time we had Tom do this. He was not very good at this.
Okay.
So, sorry, Tom.
Okay. Second one's a little easier.
This is easier?
Yes.
Oh, Christ. This is Jacob.
Yes.
This has to be Jacob.
Yes.
Jacob. And Chitron? Shishron. I don't know.
Jacob Chikrin.
Damn it, that was the other one. Fuck.
Okay, last one.
Okay. Well, look. We have Patrick Waugh. This has to be Derek, and that has to be. Don't tell me that's Roy. Don't you dare tell me that's Roy. It's Derek Waugh.
It's Derek Roy.
Fucking knew you did this. Fucking done. Fuck this. So stupid. So fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. Fuck you. God damn. I knew it. I knew it.
Okay. All right. I'll fly through this for you.
God damn
all right.
you.
Speaking of David Krejci, after a year off, or more so a year in the Czech Republic, he is coming back to the Boston Bruins, and so is Patrice Bergeron. Bergeron was rumored to retire, but he took a team-friendly 1-year, $22.5 million deal with the Boston Bruins. He's the captain. I'm assuming he's still going to be the captain. He's played all 18 years with the Bruins. He's the franchise's third all-time leader in games played with 1,216. Fourth in goals, 400 even. Fourth in points with 982. And won the Stanley Cup in 2011. He won the Selke Trophy 5 times. Zach, that's best defensive forward. And he led the league in faceoff percentage, 61.9%. And he's basically always up there. He's regarded as one of the best, if not the best in the league. But I think majority of people would say he's the best faceoff taker in the league. Krejci, like I said, back after a year off in the Czech Republic, 1 year, $1 million. 15-year vet in the NHL, all with the Bruins. Like Bergeron, a 2011 Cup winner. 7th all-time in games with the Bruins, 962, 215 career goals. 7th all-time in assists with 515. And 9th all-time in points, and I forgot to write down how many he had there. Hold on. Just because I feel stupidly leaving that out. It's David Krejci. How many points does Krejci have? 730. 730 career points with the Bruins. Solid 1-2 punch at center. Bruins are getting both of them back after it seems very likely that neither of them would be back. And this core gets another shot to get things done. So don't write off the Bruins yet. Now, Nazem Kadri is still a free agent. The New York Islanders are a team that's rumored that's, kicking the tires on him. It's rumored that he wants $9 million a year. Isles offered $7 million for 7 years. And unfortunately for Kadri, the cap only went up like $1 million to like $82.5 million cap. So that's going to make things a little difficult for him if he wants to be on a contender. But Kevin Weeks said expect the Islanders to make like 4 transactions yesterday on Twitter. He didn't have a timetable though. No. Other notable free agents are PK Subban, Phil Kessel, and Louis Eriksson. Max Pacioretty, who the Carolina Hurricanes acquired from the Vegas Golden Knights, is going to be out 6 months with a torn Achilles. I mean, yeah, that's not good for Carolina. I still consider them to be the best team in the Metropolitan, even with the Rangers, that went on their conference run. But yeah, this is going to be a major blow to the Carolina Hurricanes. They lost Trocheck, and now they don't have Pacioretty. They're Going to be needing some depth at wing. Pacioretty's one of the better scorers in the league. Now, speaking of Vegas, Robin Lehter will need hip surgery, and he's going to miss the entire season. So yeah, Vegas came into this league with a bang, and it's been all downhill since then. All right, final piece of hockey news. The New York Rangers have named Jacob Trouba their captain. He's the 28th captain in team history, the first captain the Rangers had since they traded Ryan McDonough in 2018. It took Trouba some time to find himself in New York, but he definitely did find himself. This past season, he had a career high in goals with 11, and his second highest career point total with 39. His career best is 50. But he had a career high plus-minus rating with a rating of 25, which not bad at all. Jacob, not bad. He was tied for most goals by defensemen with the Rangers, Fox with Adam Fox, and second in points by Rangers defensemen. Adam Fox had 74. Jesus Christ, he's good. And he had the second best plus-minus on the team with Zibanejad with 30. And Trouba's a player that has a very physical performance, as we saw in the playoffs. He's public enemy number one in Pittsburgh, and Penguins fans were just as upset about this news as Ranger fans were, which I'll get to in a little bit. But yeah, Penguins fans are low intelligence life forms anyway. If you rooted for Matt Cook and Evgeny Malkin, you have no right to call out Trouba's hits that toe the line at worst. Now, he does bring a lot of leadership qualities. I think it shows the most being paired with young defenseman Keandre Miller. Trouba really helped Miller adjust and get acclimated to playing the NHL, and Miller is only getting better from here on out. Miller is entering his third year, but made defensive plays you'd expect veterans to make. He took on Malkin on a one-on-one. Malkin tried to dangle him, put the pucks through his legs, and tried to get around him, but no. Miller didn't play the puck. He played smart. He played the body on Malkin. Malkin couldn't do a goddamn thing. There was another amazing play he had. I think it was Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. He's sliding on his belly to stop a 2-on-1. The Lightning defenseman tries to get the pass behind him. He throws a stick behind him on his stomach, and he still blocks the pass. And, I think you could credit a lot of Miller's development to Jacob Trouba. Here's a quote or parts of a quote from Miller. Troubs is a great role model, someone I really look up to. I go to him with any questions I have. Game, life. He's been really good to me. Been somebody I've been able to look up to and go to with anything. Now, he was a part of the group of alternate captains. The Yankees. The Rangers didn't have captains since 2018. They just had a group of alternate captains. But still, I'm genuinely surprised by this. Me and a lot of other Ranger fans, I thought it should have been Chris Kreider. I wanted it to be Chris Kreider. Him being Kreider's the longest tenured Ranger. He's coming off a career year with 52 goals. And he brings a lot of leadership qualities. Like, I think of when in the Eastern Conference Finals, a reporter had a question directed at Zibanejad after Zibanejad made a questionable decision that led to a Lightning goal. Kreider sitting right next to him, he just takes the mic and is like, no, I should have done something like that. But still, it's Trouba, not Kreider. Kreider's still in that leadership group. He's still going to have an A on his jersey. Now, this postseason, despite the great hits, I would have liked to seen a little more from Trouba. He had 1 goal, 4 assists, 5 points, and his plus-minus rating was 0. The 1 goal, which gave them the lead for the time, was in that dramatic Game 5 against Pittsburgh. He led the team in penalty minutes this postseason with 25. Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals was a disaster for him. He took 3 penalties. 2 of them led to power play goals. 1 of them negated a Rangers power play. Well, I think the one that negated the power play, he kind of had to do it. Otherwise, the Tampa Bay defenseman would have had a quality scoring chance. But yeah, in Game 6, he was out there for Tampa's series-winning goal when Steven Stamkos scored. I don't necessarily fault them for that because the Rangers had a power play. Trouba was out there for a good amount of time when the Rangers scored. But for whatever reason, Gerard Gallant kept him out here when he's tired, and then Steven Stamkos did his thing. Yeah, but you know what? I have full confidence he can find himself in the postseason too. It's a surprising decision, But like I said, his name was always in the conversation, so it's not that quite out of left field that as some people make it out to be. He's well liked by his teammates at the Garden. They all left him congratulation videos. Panarin had left a great video. Him and his Russian accent. Jacob, congratulations, but I still think I was best choice. He's kidding. He said Panarin said seriously he could never be captain. But the Rangers organization is confident in him. Coaching staff is confident in him. And the team is confident in him. Let's see what he can do. And, that just about does it for tonight, unless you have something to say on hockey, Zach, which...
Nope. I just need to watch more, honestly, because I watched some games this year, and, let's see. Where did Kadri go? That's the guy,
he's still a free agent.
Still a free agent. Oh, man. I'm ever since that story of little racial tension during the playoffs, I'm rooting for that guy. That's one of the things. I want to know, is Seattle doing anything? Because I know they're a new expansion team. I mean, nothing big going on with them.
I think they did make one kind of notable move. Let me see. Seattle Kraken.
How did they do in the season?
They weren't good. They weren't good. But
I know they weren't good. I mean, you don't often expect expansion teams to be good, but
Vegas
were they the worst?
Vegas is the exception, not the rule to how you have your first season.
Oh, and that goes across all sports. Like a lot of teams end up not being good,
But let's see. I can't think of any notable moves that they did make, but let's see. Playoffs.
27, 49, and 6. That doesn't seem good at all.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah. Well, hey, expansion team, right? That's what it's supposed to be. You gotta build from the bottom up, literally. No, that's about it. I just want to know. I want to see the day they start making waves is the day. Funny enough, they're the Kraken. The day they start making waves, I'll definitely give them some kudos. I just gotta watch more, because you always come in with these great notes, and I think every time, because it seems like it's always gonna be me and you doing these episodes. I feel like every time we should definitely you should pick the best names on your notes, and those are the ones. So it's a good smooth transition.
And
me trying to pronounce the names of the guys that I just cannot even fucking fathom.
Yeah, and there's some sad news in the NHL that I forgot to go into.
What happened?
One of the a Hall of Famer player with the Toronto Maple Leafs, defenseman Borges Salming. I'm turning into you, Zach. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name because I just heard about him, recently. But he's a Hall of Fame player. He was just recently diagnosed with ALS, and he's 71 years old.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Shit. That's awful. Well,
I mean,
best luck to him.
I know. Best of luck to him. I feel bad that I might have butchered his name after giving sad news about him. But
well, I mean,
I'll bring up some.
It shows we care, man. At least we care about these guys who, while we shit talk them, while we did a lot of shit talking tonight, honestly, I think, more than usual.
Tonight was fun. Man. I thought, tonight was a fun episode. I think we did well. Wow, we got over an hour worth of footage tonight.
Dude, I was gonna say, man, I think we gotta start trying to figure out maybe some ways we could shorten these. But at the same time, it's always a good conversation. So anyone who's stuck around for this, I'm glad. I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you if you're listening to this and you're listening to me half buzzed, half asleep, complimenting you on listening this far into me and Jack just rambling. Incoherently.
Yeah, and
about our teams and death and stuff.
Yeah. On the other hand, if you made it this far, please reevaluate your life. I'm just kidding. Please keep listening to us. Share this. Get us out there because we want we want Barstool to see us and be like, these kids are weird. Let's sign them.
We gotta figure out. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's tough. We're not getting paid to do this, man. We're doing this out of the goodness of our heart and the time of our lives.
We did this for you. For you.
We
For
do
those
this
of
for
you.
you.
Yeah, if you're not watching this on video, you're listening on Spotify or Apple, I'm pointing at the camera. We do this for you.
You guys are my therapy, which is probably unhealthy, but you know what?
I love you.
Fucking deal with it. Fucking deal with it, man. Like I rely on you listening to me and me being in your ears. Hello. Like, yeah. You saved my life. I'm really out of it now, dude. I'm fucking just rambling at this point. Holy shit.
You get to go to bed. I get to edit this and post it tomorrow morning. But so anyway, if you made it this far, thank you very much for listening. Be sure to follow us on all our social medias at FUNTS Podcast on Twitter and Instagram, and on Facebook at Fat Unathletic Nerds Talking Sports. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast. This is JackKnife alongside the Zach Danielz. Have a good night, everyone.
I love you, Ray Liotta.
JETS, Jets.